This naturalrefrigerants.com article is being read by an automated voice. Study finds TFA in juices and wine in Canada by Michael Gary. Published July 23, 2025. A new technical note by North American scientists reported using advanced detection technology to find trifluoroacetic acid, TFA, a byproduct of common F gases and other substances, in 24 beverage samples from Toronto, Ontario, including juices and wine, at microgram per liter levels, similar to those of previous studies done in Europe. The study also found other ultrashort and short-chain PFAS, per and polyfluorinated substances, though TFA dominated in detection frequency and concentration, it said, adding TFA concentrations were at least an order of magnitude higher than the sum of all other PFAS detected, with the highest levels observed in fruit and vegetable-based juice and wine. PFAS comprise over 10,000 fluorinated compounds, some used in industry that have been identified as major environmental pollutants. The technical note: quantitation of ultrashort and short-chain PFAS in beverages by a direct injection LC-MS-EMS method was written by scientists at SIEX and Phenomenex, both manufacturers of scientific measuring equipment, and at York University. The project was led by Holly Lee, staff scientist for CEX in Concord, Ontario. One of the participants was Cora Young, professor at York University in Toronto, Canada, who has contributed to previous studies on TFA in the environment. TFA concentrations were at least an order of magnitude higher than the sum of all other PFAS detected, with the highest levels observed in fruit and vegetable-based juice and wine. Technical note from SCIEX, Phenomenex, and York University. The scientists used a direct injection LCMS/MS, liquid chromatography tandem mass spectrometry, method for measuring the quantity of ultrashort and short-chain PFAS in the beverages. The primary tool was a SCIEX 7500 system, which enabled the use of dilution and smaller injection volumes to reduce matrix effects, other substances' impact. The study did an interlaboratory analysis of TFA concentrations measured in 4 samples, comparing the results of SCIEX's LCMS-MS method with those from an ICMS method, ion chromatography coupled with mass spectrometry developed at York University. The concentration differences ranged from 8% to 31%, providing a relatively good corroboration of the TFA levels in these 4 beverage samples that were measured by 2 independent techniques, the study said. The TFA concentrations detected in juice, 0.8 to 47 micrograms per liter, and wine, 39 to 227 micrograms per liter, are consistent with the levels previously reported in similar studies. For example, a wine study in 10 EU countries conducted by Pan Europe found an average of 122 micrograms per liter in wine samples dated between 2021 and 2024. A Swedish study found microgram levels of TFA in juices and purees, including an average of 34 micrograms per liter, plus or minus 20 micrograms per liter in orange juice. The SCIEX study also found TFA in bottled water, 0.2 micrograms per liter, soju, 7.2 micrograms per liter, and mixed orange juice, vegetable juice, 25 micrograms per liter, among other beverages. The American Chemistry Council did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the SCIEX study. Global pollutant. TFA has been assessed as a global pollutant and a potential threat to human health. Formed in the atmosphere when HFO 1234YF undergoes 100% decomposition over a few weeks, TFA is absorbed in rainfall and infiltrates the environment in surface and groundwater, soil, dust, and air. In living things, it has been observed in plants, thus its presence in plant-derived beverages, wildlife, and human blood. In addition to being formed by the breakdown of HFO 1234YF and other F gases, TFA is also a degradation product of pesticides and pharmaceuticals and other PFAS, and is found in sewage treatment and industrial releases. The technical note attributed TFA's status as the dominant PFAS found in beverage samples to its formation from multiple sources. The toxicity of TFA at low environmental concentrations is still being investigated. On May 26th of this year, 3 German government agencies announced that their assessment of TFA and its trifluoroacetate salts as reproductively toxic, very persistent, and very mobile was officially submitted to the European Chemicals Agency, AEKA. They based this recommendation on studies showing harm done to some rabbit fetuses whose mothers were given 750 milligrams per kilogram body weight per day of TFA for 23 days. For example, 32% of the litters had offspring with multiple folded retinas.